for it.
So we have here the circuit board for the Lina DAC X. So this is a 12-layer flex rigid circuit board. This forms one half of what's inside of the Lina DAC X chassis. So each flex section of the board folds up to create this three-dimensional structure. On the board we have the voltage controlled crystal oscillators. So these are the same specification oscillators as we use throughout the rest of the range, including in the Varese. We have an Arctic 7 FPGA carrying out all of the processing and DSP for the system. We have a full discrete ring DAC in the section in the middle here. The output stage, we have flexible output voltages along with volume control. So we can either output 2 volts maximum or 6 volts to connect to either preamplifiers or power amplifiers or active speakers. The section on the side here has the switching power supply elements. So the Lina DAC X has a hybrid power supply. We have a toroidal transformer carrying some of the mains step down, and that's really good at removing anything that you don't want on your AC supply. And then we have switching power supply elements to carry out the conversion to DC. The switching regulators are locked up to the audio clocks, so they're running at a synchronous frequency, so the normal sort of noise that you get with switch mode power supplies isn't the case with the Lina DAC X. On the far side we have the slot here where our streaming card fits in. So this allows the Lina DAC X to connect to a range of streaming services, including Spotify, Tidal, Qobuz, Deezer, Roon, UPnP sources as well. We have input and output connectors on this top section here. So this is on the far side of the board. It's actually a dual-sided board. So we have similar connections to what will be found on other dCS DACs. We have a range of inputs for AES and SPDIF sources, including a Toslink connector for connections to TVs. And then we have USB connections for connections to servers and PCs, and then for flash drives over here. And then we have the Ethernet connector for your internet connection. One of the main differences between the Lina DAC and the Lina DAC X is the Lina DAC X separates out the toroidal mains transformer onto the second half of the chassis. So we have an isolation channel formed from that same piece of aluminium that forms the chassis of the Lina DAC X, and the transformer sits on the other side of that with the lead coming through.
So there's like a solid piece of aluminum going straight down the chassis.
Exactly. So
that kind of forms a wall.
Exactly. The chassis is 5-axis CNC from a single piece of billet aluminum. So what that means is there's no folded metals, no pressed metals, and that channel running down the middle is from the same exact piece. There's absolutely no gaps, which means it forms a very, very quiet environment electronically for the circuit board to work in, separating out that transformer. The other thing would be the introduction of the physical volume control on the Lina DAC X. So we're using a rotary encoder similar to what we have on our other range of DACs. So for a digital volume control that operates before the ring DAC stage, with nice big volume control not to operate.
Cool. Any other big changes in the Lina X?
I think those will be the main ones for now. We have introduced QPlay, so QQ Music for the Chinese market, but for American listeners, they can expect the same kind of feature set as they get in the DAC, just in the new form factor.
It sounded fabulous.